A day in court for the New Mexico Youth Ranch at the center of a child abuse investigation. But today's proceedings weren't over criminal charges. Rather, the lawsuit the ranch filed against the state over its efforts to take custody of the teens. News 13's Chris McKee has more from Truth or Consequences.
CYFD and lawyers for the Tierra Blanca Youth Ranch spent this afternoon arguing over whether or not to allow this lawsuit to go forward because the scope of it has changed so much in the last week. Now, Tierra Blanca Ranch filed it last week in an attempt to stop the Children, Youth and Families Department from shutting the ranch down and taking custody of the kids amidst abuse allegations. But last Friday, state police served a warrant at the ranch with judges' orders to take the teens. The teens were missing, though. According to ranch owner Scott Chandler's attorney, the teens were being personally dropped off by the ranch to their guardians. Tierra Blanca Ranch attorney Pete Domenici Jr. is now trying to change the scope of the lawsuit. A judge granted him the right to do that today and file an amendment to the lawsuit. Domenici Jr. explained what he hopes to argue.
We will be asking the court to declare that Scott Chandler was acting with parental authority and that the parents that were working with him and who gave him the temporary guardianship were also acting with parental authority.
Ranch owner Scott Chandler was not in court today, and representatives from CYFD questioned that.
The plaintiff, Mr. Chandler, isn't here today. Will he be required to be at motion hearings?
Yes. Any objection?
Your Honor, I would not want him to be subject to some type of service of criminal process.
Ultimately, Domenici Jr. says Chandler and the ranch are not seeking any sort of damages, but actually just a ruling to find out whether or not Chandler was in the right to actually take those teens and return them to their parents. In Truth or Consequences, Chris McKee, KRQE News 13.
The judge ruled that Chandler will have to show up for his next court hearing in this lawsuit, which is set for January 15th. Attorneys are hoping this will go to trial in March or April.